Hi, gorgeous faces. I hope you're waking up, okay, and writing your dreams down. Study the visions you see, okay, when your eyes are shut, because when your eyes are closed, you can see, okay? So we're trying to have a good relationship with ourselves first, okay? All right, so we can have a good, healthy relationship outside of ourselves, but it comes from managing our emotions, all right? So you can identify your intuition. It comes from good health, good wealth, all right? So we're learning, okay, to bring in the love of self, love of beings, love of planet, love of God, by balancing the masculine and feminine energy within oneself to co-create with the universe, because the universe does not co-create without you, okay? You could be thinking of a King of Cups, okay, or it could be a masculine in his full emotions, all right, a very mature masculine, very tender-hearted masculine, okay, using his intuition, all right, and his psychic gifts, okay, to make many shifts, okay. He could be a very good husband or father, okay. We're looking at a very mature King of Cups, okay, a very supportive leader. It could be a spiritual person, it could be a religious person, but we're looking at the tolerance, we're looking at empathy, okay. We're looking at being open, all right, using the intuition and the psychic gifts, okay. So someone's thinking, you're thinking about King of Cups, or King of Cups is thinking about you. We're looking at love, all right, love of self, okay. Love of self. It could be a Leo person, it could be a Cancer Leo, okay, or a Leo Cancer, planetary, all right. So we're looking in the soul of the self. This King of Cups, he probably has a sun, or he's looking at the sun of the self, because the sun within you, or within this King of Cups, is looking maybe at a Leo person, or just looking at one's own inner personal purpose. All right, we're looking at new beginnings, we're looking at material happiness, we're looking at joy, we're looking at outcome of success. Okay, so this person is looking for outcome of success, all right, but it comes from the inner purpose, the inner soul, all right, just like the sun gives energy, okay, to the earth, all right, that's the source of our will, all right, that's our power. It's like the solar system, gives us free energy for electric, all right. So someone feels electrified, all right, to bring in self-motivation, self-actualization, okay, because the soul of the self gives you confidence. Just like when the sun is out, it gives us confidence to go and put on our bikinis, our shorts, you know, to show off our strength, and, you know, show off that we are individual person through our fashion sense, you know, how we create our outer purpose of what we look like on our body. You could be a King of Wands. Maybe King of Wands is looking at his own happiness, all right, or looking at the sun of the self, or maybe looks at regret. Maybe someone's regretting, okay. Maybe someone regrets not seizing the opportunity from God, you know, or regrets listening to a King of Cups, bad advice, or a King of Wands, bad advice. Take it as it resonates. But now you have a King of Wands, a very orientated masculine, a go-getter. Okay, we're looking at a bold leader with power, very charming masculine with courage. Okay, someone has the courage to look at the sun of the self. Do you know what? You see the sun, right? The closer you are, the more it burns, right? So the more you're in your light, it gives you courage, gives you that ability to take action, you know, because the demons, they don't like the light. So the more you're in your truth, okay, the more the sun in you is illuminating. So now you have the energy, all right? So maybe someone's fully in love and happy, all right? Because now you look at the source of the will, of the sun of the self, all right, because the soul is born to love, okay. All right, we're looking at romance, we're looking at the intuition, the lesson of power, mixed mixed up with the water of emotions, okay. So someone's mixing their creative side with their emotions, okay. We're looking at the feelings, looking at the lesson of power, all right, that's the King of Cups. We're having this insight, okay, maybe into twin flames, or how to use the intuition to bring in the ships to come through, like trading. All right, so someone could be a traitor, a traitor. Yeah, someone could be a traitor. Maybe someone illuminated, someone's a traitor. We're looking at happily ever after. Maybe someone's waiting, or someone's looking from abroad. But we're looking at insight, okay? We're looking at the actions, the energy, the intentions, all right? Of maybe how someone's very active, ambitious person, very happy, a very competitive person. We're looking at exploring. Maybe someone's exploring someone's courage, or exploring someone's creative side through the emotions. We're looking at individualistic people, okay? We're looking at self-assured, or we're looking at headstrong, impatient people, but you could be in your pride or quick-tempered. You could be an explorer or a leader, or maybe you could be an actor, a teacher, an athlete, or you could be exploring, okay, how to be a healer or a nurse, all right? But we're looking at going back to our original self, all right? That's what self-love is all about, okay? Correcting the flaws, all right, to see your authentic self, all right? So someone's going back to their original source, using the intuition and psychic gifts to make many shifts to go through. Because remember, I can't say the word, it's stuck in my head. The Moors, people like that, you know, they didn't have sat-navs. Do you know what I mean, right? They used their intuition. And that's what we're going back to, our authentic self, all right? We're not going to follow the capitalism. No, we're not. No, we're going to capitalize within ourselves and look at your own natural resources. Someone's looking at their ambition, all right? A very authoritative person. Looking at being in a competition, maybe, with a King of Cups, or a King of Cups feels like he's in a competition with a masculine King of Wands, all right? Or we're looking at molding or watering the creative side of oneself, okay? We're looking at being dramatic, okay? We're looking at being very dignified. Why? Because we have a very structured masculine, a very mature masculine that loves to create, okay? A very good, honorable leader, all right, or leaders, all right? So now maybe they're looking at the limelight, okay? Or maybe they're just looking at being proudful of being happy when it comes to trading, okay? So we're looking at material happiness when it comes to a legacy, or lying. Oh gosh, someone's lying to authority, maybe about money, about inheritance. Why does everyone have to lie, steal, cheat, act like friends? Why can't you guys give it up? Maybe this masculine is using his emotions for ships to come in and looking at better relationships. All right, and that's by writing your dreams down, studying it, okay? And this is, you have to have patience though. It really requires patience, okay? So now we're looking at the actions. Into me, I am, okay? Into me, I am manifesting through my emotions to seek the soul of the self. Maybe someone sees a spiritual sun, but someone's looking at creation, okay? Maybe someone went abroad. Okay, maybe someone's manipulating over abroad when it comes to finances, but someone's saying what's above is below. So now we're looking at wealth. Okay, maybe we're looking at a wealthy person. We're looking at old school money. We're looking at our ancestors raining down. Okay, our seeds. Okay, because it needs watering. So like when you got your bucket, your flower, you put your seeds in, you put your water in. Okay, and it needs light. So something's been illuminated. This is the spiritual warrior, okay? The wounded warrior has got the strength and an ambition to have the insight to go into stability. So I'm looking at stability and using the emotions, all right? Because what's above is below. So someone's focused on their creativity. They're going to turn all their visions into reality. Someone's inspired, okay, to take action. All right, maybe somebody turned their back on manifesting for a minute because they had other things to look at. But we're looking at illuminating the seeds from the soul of the self to manifest. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is leaving a legacy, a retirement. We're looking at inheritance. We're looking at the tree of life. We're looking at manifesting by focusing on your creativity and turning all your visions into reality from your dreams, okay? That will allow you to be inspired to take action, all right? So someone's in there's some good cards so far, okay? Apart from the two we saw. Someone acting like a friend. Oh, someone acting like a friend. Or someone is in love with a soulmate, okay? It could be a Cancer again or a Leo person, Could be a planetary Leo, Cancer, all right? Because now we're looking at ambition. Maybe somebody's looking at someone's ambition, and maybe a soulmate's ambition. Or maybe someone saw someone as a competition, someone that's very familiar, okay? Or maybe someone is very happy about balancing, bringing moderation, okay? Someone's blending their emotions with the light and the dark, emotions with creativity. Someone's using their intuition and their psychic gifts, okay, to water their creativity. Someone's walking away. Someone's walking away for their own happiness and stability. They've been waiting for a while to do this. They've been manifesting. But they had to turn their back on it for a minute. Because someone has to walk away. We've got 8 cups now. Now 9. So 8 cups walking away from people, things, and places that don't serve for your highest good. You know, it takes you away from the soul of the purpose of the self. So someone has an insight into who they have to walk away from. Maybe someone familiar. Because someone wants to walk away from 9 of cups for a wish to come true. It's like material abundance, happiness, you know. To materialize the joy for an outcome of success from within. For what's in is out. What you put out is what you get out. What you put in is what you get out, you know. So now we're looking at earth angels. We're looking at balance, and we're looking at the temperance card. We're looking at harmony. We're looking at peace. But you have to have self-control, self-discipline. All right. Someone's made a decision. Because someone's been guided to walk away from people, things, and places to seek their own happiness. They have to make that judgment. So maybe someone's clear about someone's insight and they've made a final decision. Someone's had a wake-up call by the angels, maybe from a soulmate, to seek the purpose of life by using the intuition. Go back, to bring your creativity. So someone is looking at a new project and they're very inspired, okay? Because the fire of the soul is to inspire, okay? Because the soul is born to love. It's about romance, it's about intuition. It's about the lesson of power, okay? So someone's in the energy, all right, of seeking, okay, direct action or direct insight, all right? So now we're looking at the insight of maybe being honest, okay, because somebody was exaggerating maybe their actions and being very irresponsible or tacky. We're looking at maybe philosophy or someone being very outspoken. So now we've made a decision to explore a lawyer or a priest or philosophy maybe. Someone's made that judgment, that insight when it comes to maybe a 10 of Pentacles. Or someone's going towards, okay, leaving a legacy. A legacy. Someone's got insight maybe into the judgment of maybe a Taurus person, or into an insight, okay, of being curious about someone's actions when it comes to their ambition. We're looking at maybe a situation into me. I have, you know, the ability and the courage to be an artist or a gardener or a singer, because you have the seeds within yourself. You can collect it, but now maybe you've had an insight of someone that was very jealous, maybe, or maybe so over self-indulgent, very stubborn, looking for maybe donations, someone very possessive. Maybe somebody went abroad, maybe someone migrated for a while, thought that somebody was reliable. So now we're looking at the warmth. Maybe someone's planning on going on holiday, some of you. But now we're looking at the persistence of someone's actions, okay? Looking at the courage to create, okay? So you're exploring, a decision about walking away from people, things, and places, okay? Having an insight into unrequited love or insight into a romantic spiritual journey. You can't force the horse to drink the cup of love. Once the seeds are down, the horse has to go by itself, the courage from the intuition, Okay. So now someone's explored having a relationship with themselves first. All right. So they've gone back to managing the emotions. Okay. To identify the intuition. Maybe somebody knew, all right, or already knew how to do the intuition, but maybe it got interrupted for unrequited love. All right. Things happen. So now we're looking at the love, all right, romance, okay, because remember, the soul is born to love, okay, it's about the intuition, the lesson of power to create from a balanced feminine and masculine energy in you. So someone's looking at the tree of life, all right, or someone's looking at their 10 of pentacles, okay, to leave a legacy, all right, a retirement. Someone may be stuck thinking maybe about a Aquarius person, a manifester. Maybe that person felt that they've been betrayed. Could be Aquarius, Gemini person. So now we're into raining down. It doesn't matter, collective, all right? Maybe you could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, or a Cancer person, or Aquarius person, or Aries person. When it comes to raining down your reparations from your ancestors to help you from the wisdom, because it's all about know thyself, okay? Once you've gone into know thyself, you're going to understand no matter if you're stuck or restricted, okay? Because now we're looking at the 8 of Swords, all right? The 8 of Swords is all about like self-imposed restriction from someone's legacy, maybe, or inheritance. Maybe someone feels isolated, okay, from maybe a lucrative deal, because someone is looking at imprisonment. Do you understand? It's about the first 2 cards. We did say someone was faking being a friend, acting like a friend, stealing, cheating, doing the most. All right. So maybe that's in someone's thoughts. Okay. But now we're looking at, no matter if you're stuck, collective, always use your intuition. Maybe you can't see a romance coming in. Maybe your arms are tied up because you're a very ambitious person, because what's above is below, because you're manifesting. So manifest from the intuition, all right? Because you can always come out, even if you're tied up or you can't see. Because into me, I see a legacy, do you understand? To take my legs to go forward, away from restriction. So maybe someone's looking at entrapment as well. And now there's a painful ending. Okay, so when you're in entrapment and there's a painful ending because someone was manifesting that, okay, for some of you, learn your lesson. Some of you's going through dark times with the thoughts because of restriction due to maybe money, finances. Maybe you're stuck in a lucrative deal that you shouldn't have went into because it was a romance, it was a scam, whatever it was, all right? You've gone through a bad time, maybe when it comes to finances or creating, or it could be about romance. You've got a higher rising coming forward, okay? I understand, all right? Some of you out there that want to leave a legacy and retirement, but you've been for a complete and painful ending, maybe a rock bottom, because people were stabbing you behind your back. They weren't taking your creativity seriously. They were using you for romance because they saw money, whatever the reason is. You can get up, collective, all right? Come to peace with that. And use the right manifestation. Walk in love, talk in truth, okay? And correct your flaws. The magic begins, all right? So someone thinks someone has the willpower when it comes to the skills, okay? And talent, all right? To come out of an entrapment, okay? Just use the soul of the self, because the soul is born to love. Romance yourself first, okay? Use your emotions. So now we're looking at a counterpart, maybe. Or looking at a memory of having like donations, maybe from a King of Cups to a Queen of Wands. Or maybe someone is manifesting an equal give and take with a counterpart, could be King and Queen of Wands. 2 creative, equal people that create. But someone's angry. Oh, gosh. Oh, could be a Capricorn, Taurus person or Queen of Wands. Very angry, jealous, envious in the dark energy. Bringing 10 of Swords, maybe, these people, for donations. So now we see someone is into the gold or diamonds, the devil energy. All right? You've got to come out of that. You don't need to do backstabbing and stuff like that to make it. Use the intuition. Maybe someone's angry that they're blocked. Yeah, maybe there's a fight with 2 Queen of Wands. But there's room for everyone. This one seems like she's very pushy, over demanding person, very vengeful person, creating fears, lies, seduction, for donations, for an entrapment, for inheritance, for romance. Someone's angry about a conflict. Maybe with another Queen of Wands, or another creative person. 2 creative women maybe. Maybe Aries woman or Sagittarius woman with a Taurus Capricorn person. 2 creative women in a group maybe, having a conflict, not listening to each other about foundation, about promiscuity, passion. Maybe someone's angry. Yeah, someone's angry. Very toxic family. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Someone's going for a towel moment, man. Because someone's angry. Someone's going for their own fulfillment. And they're angry maybe about donations. You know. Okay, so we're looking at manifestation. Collective, come out of your mind. You're not restricted from your leaving a legacy. You have the wisdom. You have your ancestors helping you. So you can come out of any restriction. Just have a clear, conscious mind. Because see how it looks a bit doomy, gloomy. And then it starts to... when you start manifesting right... when you have that... Let me explain it again. When you've done your... walk away from people, things, and places, and you've gone into your 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is like using your intuition, all right, to bring in your wish fulfillments, okay, to bring in your material abundance, to bring in the good wealth, to bring in the spiritual romance journey, like your soulmate, all right. Now, can you see it gets lighter, right? So now it's getting light because someone has an insight, because now it becomes, the sun becomes more illuminated now, okay, and now the sun is giving nutriments, it's giving nurturing to the seeds. Why? Because you're in your emotions. So now your manifestations is coming down. Why? Because now it gets lighter. Can you see? So now someone's building, maybe their legacy could be buildings, could be a real estate, it could be books, it could be anything. It's a legacy, all right? But maybe it was stuck for a moment, but now we're going into healing. You could be thinking about an Aquarius person, or you could be thinking about healing, because now you're going into an Ace of Pentacles. All right. Ace of Pentacles, like a new job. You're going for pay rise. You're going for like an investment, new income. Because now you're probably looking at an Aquarius person, or you're looking at renewal. Okay. You're looking at hope. All right. Someone probably has inner clarity from the insight. All right. Of how someone is in a stuck romantic situation. But it's coming into healing because someone has hope, because they're manifesting, maybe an Aquarius person. Aquarius person, see, now you'll come out of it now, see, because you used your emotions. Used your emotions. You're going to align all the planets within oneself, all right? Like the sun, it gives you your inner personal purpose, all right? Because someone feels like in the mood, the moon of the mood, to express their purpose, do you understand? By manifesting every day. You know, by being very ambitious when it comes to their skills, their talents, you know, to be very active. So they focus on their career, they focus on their activity, you're focused on your visions from your dreams to help you write. Okay, it could be writers, all right? But whatever it is to create your legacy, okay, the soul of the self is inspired to take action, maybe into healing. All right. So now maybe someone's healing by looking at maybe their conscious mind, maybe. And maybe they want to communicate about relationships, reasons and logics about maybe relationships. Okay. Because now you're using Mercury planet to help you with your communications. You're just aligning all the planets back within yourself for your own personal expansion by using Jupiter. All right. Okay. So now you're bringing about your good fortune, because you're in the house of Jupiter, all right? So now you've got the courage and the ability to take action because you're in the Aries energy, all right? You're in the air. You know, the air is about space, to give that desire, okay? To be aggressive, not aggressive like a bully, but aggressive, do you know what I mean? To go after what you need for creations, but don't leave your values and principles behind, okay? All right? So now we're in the energy of going forward into manifestation with courage. Okay, so now we're looking at love. Someone's in love with maybe a Gemini, Aquarius person, but we're looking at lovers, all right? We're looking at lovers maybe for a King of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles, Okay, maybe someone's happy, okay, to be balancing, or bringing harmony to lovers. So now we're looking at love, okay? Maybe someone sees an Aquarius person as a perfect match of a lover, okay? A very good, grounded business person we're looking at, all right? Very ambitious, doesn't misalign any creativities, okay, or partnerships. We're looking at deep love, we're looking at choices, we're looking at the strength of two, all right? So it could be a Gemini or Aquarius person, or the strength of two, a King of Cups and a King of Wands. Someone's thinking about maybe a Libra person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, an Earth angel, maybe a soulmate that makes someone happy, that's going into an Ace of Pentacles, a new job, rise, promotions, investments. Because someone's made a decision, very clear, when they have that insight. Someone had a very unknown problem, okay? Maybe someone's voluntarily changing, because you can't force the horse to the water of love, right? It has to trust its intuition, okay? So now someone's made a judgment, a final decision, when it comes to unseen problem, when it comes to maybe insecurities, or when it comes to like a spiritual romantic journey or unrequited love. So now maybe someone's coming in with a proposal or a marriage, all right, but you've got to let the horse come in by itself. So now you're looking at balance, harmony, patience. You're looking at self-control, okay? Maybe someone feels and thinking that maybe a friend or a partner, all right, or maybe a new relationship or a new contract came in with patience. All right, because now we're looking at a decision when it comes to a Libra person. Because now we're looking at the situation. Someone's thinking about a friend and they're making a judgment because there was a delay, obstacles. Don't shut your heart off, collective. All right, use your heart. That's the seat of the soul that will allow you to go forward. All right, into a decision, clarity. Okay, when it comes to your emotions. Maybe someone wants to come in and act like they don't like you, really like you, but I like you, but you're going to get my Knight of Cups. Do you know what I mean? My knight in shining armor. I don't know. I don't really like that word, knight in shining armor. I remember when I went to Tower Hill and they was explaining what it meant. I don't know. I felt a little bit uneasy because by the time we went around the tour, it was about this castles, Tower Hill, and it was like, the man kept going around saying, yield to the king, yield to the king. And every little spot, he'll tell you that, oh, you know, at the altar, there's a king maybe buried underneath that altar in some church. And then there was another thing where a child went missing or something, and it was underneath something. It was just so much horrible things I remember actually, you know, because it was going around, he's just done so many different stories. But we came to a point when he was talking about, okay, so this is the vault where he's got like the diamonds or the biggest diamond or something like that. So I went into one. I don't know what. I just went into one. All right. So then suddenly, no joke, I was holding my daughter's buggy. And suddenly I saw these African children all bunched up together. And it's like, they took my buggy, and you can ask my son, and his dad was there. It's like I went into one, and then my buggy just went, I just went out the place. And it's like I did not stop until I got home in my kitchen. And when I got in my kitchen, I can see the children. And that's the only time they left me when I went home. Never forget that day. It was such a powerful force. It's like they didn't want me there. They didn't want me there. They didn't want me to go any closer to that building. I don't know why. To this day, it's just been a very strong feeling like. And then I had a dream, like time after. I saw these same children in a dream, and a postman knocked my door. And it said, oh, this is a letter for you. It went to the wrong place, but this is yours. And it had my name on it. And I see the same children, all bunched up, these small little African children, all bunched up together. I think they're my spiritual guides as well. They keep following me. Yeah, to make me walk away. Oh, I told you. 8 of Cups. I'm telling you. They made that decision for me. They're like, no. You're not staying in there. I felt it. I had my buggy. My daughter was small, And I felt, I'm even getting goosebumps now. I felt it. And see me holding, you know, like holding the buggy. They're like, you're not staying in there. You're not staying in there. And it's like this massive force just pushed me right. And it's like it's something I just could not control. I couldn't control it. I couldn't control it, man. And it never left me until I got into the kitchen. Sorry, Claudia, I need to gather my emotions. Yeah, when we got to the bits with all the diamonds and all of that was in this building. And they just came and they just chucked me out, man. As soon as I got to that part, I was ranting a little bit because some of the things I was hearing, it was not nice. But when we got to the part with all the jewelry and that, nah, man, I saw those children. I felt them. I felt them. And they took my buggy and we done the 8 of Cups. They just moved me, man. They were like, you're not staying in there. So anyway, someone's walking away from people, things, and places and following their own intuition, maybe. When it comes to romance, that's what I mean. Follow your intuition, collective, man. Queen of Cups. Now we're looking at the King and Queen of Cups. We're looking at soulmates. We're looking at a decision that was like up in the air, maybe. Just talking in the spiritual world, but not literally. Here on earth, it was stuck. Healing. Manifestation. Maybe they're both manifesting each other. Okay? It could be a King of Cups being very creative when it comes to a soulmate. Or a King of Wands has seen his soulmate. A King and Queen of Cups. But there seems to be a couple, you have to use your intuition, collective, that is sharing the same emotions, okay? Same emotion, 2 earth angels stuck, all right? So you have to use your intuition. You could be Queen of Cups, a very nurturing, a sweetheart, all right? Maybe stuck in thoughts about healing with the divine masculine. But we're looking at healing support, maybe, because somebody was an entrapment for money, manipulation, tricking, so someone has to heal. But she's looking at this decision, maybe when it comes to thinking about a romantic journey that's stuck and delayed, stalemate. But it's coming to calmer waters, coming to calmer minds, because they're blending and following the angels. So she's using her intuition and her psychic gifts when it comes to maybe giving insight to someone about romance. That's an entrapment. We're looking at 2 earth angels. And we're looking at being guided by God, maybe. Or maybe a King of Swords is stuck thinking about a Queen of Cups, a soulmate. Or maybe the King of Cups or the King of Wands is all in their truth. Because when you water the soul of the self, someone's transforming, transitioning. Because someone's in their discernment, taking control about an entrapment. It could be a detective, it could be a financial banker, but it could be someone, a King of Swords, okay? That's a bold leader, all right? Is probably a very international leader when it comes to strategic thoughts. Maybe someone was stuck in their thoughts, but someone's stuck in their thoughts about healing, maybe, or becoming a star, or having hope when it comes to manifestation. So we're looking at inspiration when it comes to using your intuition. Just walk with love, you know. So someone's walking with love on their sleeves, maybe for an Aquarius person, for a Gemini person, could be a Queen of Cups, all right? Or a King of Swords is looking at Queen of Cups. Maybe he's thinking, okay, about maybe how to communicate with a sweetheart, all right? It could be a journalist as well, thinking about writing about an entrapment. Take it as it resonates. So now we're looking at maybe being changeable because somebody was in a very conning situation. So now there seems to be gossip why someone's stuck when it comes to inheritance. Maybe someone's nervous because someone's being very talkative about a pathway. Someone's looking at a pathway when it comes to hope, inspiration, when it comes to maybe a soulmate, a sweetheart. Because someone's seeing that they have to heal from a lie. Maybe someone lied about an Aquarius or to an Aquarius person, take it as it resonates, or in the energy of the thoughts into me, I know someone's been lying, stealing, cheating, acting like a friend in my energy, all right? Or you could be looking at a runner. Okay, so now you're looking at maybe someone is in their feelings now. So we have to balance the feelings and go into the imagination of the self. It can help you to heal. Just use your intuition. Someone in your energy could be quite sulky in their pity panty. Self-victimization, you know, that bull in a china shop trying to run out like a victim because they went into unrequited love for finances. Well, what you sow is what you reap, you know. It's about the energy. Remember, energy, when we use energy, all right, to put on our cooker, what do we use? Energy footprint. So every energy that we have within us, it leaves a footprint, a paper trail, a pattern. So now someone is very sulky, touchy, and very unstable with their emotions when it comes to ambition or being very authoritative. It's not happening. All right. So now maybe someone's in their confidence, healing. Okay. Maybe someone's healing at the moment. Into me, I feel, okay, that someone's probably jealous, maybe, or stubborn. We're looking at soulmates. We're looking at romance. We're looking at leaving a legacy, inheritance. We're looking at having a different perspective, maybe about King of Cups, or a different perspective about using the intuition, psychic gifts, okay? Someone has a different perspective about King of Cups, maybe, a friend or someone familiar, maybe to a Gemini person, or a Leo person, or a Sagittarius person, or maybe a Libra person. There seems to be a different perspective. There seems to be hang time. Someone's hanging, all right? Because now we're looking at self-sacrifice. Maybe someone sacrificed their own legacy, okay? Because someone has a different perspective about King of Cups. Someone's mind's been illuminated with wisdom, that you can go from two pathways, heaven and earth. But someone has a different perspective. Maybe King of Cups had a very narrow mind. But someone's illuminated the mind and they're very happy. Because now we're looking at the sun, the material happiness. And no matter what happens, because the sun is out, the star is out, it's going to illuminate all the darkness and bring the light in. Because now we're looking at juggling. Maybe somebody was juggling with a Taurus person or wiring money. Because somebody was in the energy of greed. Okay. Now, maybe use your intuition. You could be around a King of Cups, all right, in his greed. Someone has a desire for long-term security, holding back finances, trying to balance, bringing moderation into the temple of self. Okay, now you're looking at harmony, patience. Someone has to have self-control by holding back resources when it comes to donations. Because now it's gone to the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is all about giving, receiving. Maybe someone helped way too generously, maybe to a Taurus person, and a Taurus person was juggling with a King of Cups. So someone's got a different perspective about King of Cups. Someone very familiar. Someone's in their memory, maybe about a past life or past person, someone they love, maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person or Sagittarius person. But someone's in a decision when it comes to romantic, spiritual journey. There seems to be an insight when it comes to leaving a legacy, which seems to be stuck. All right, because somebody needs to look in the temple of self and walk away from people, things, and places, you know. There seems to be the Grim Reaper in someone's energy. So you got to hold back your resources. Look at your inheritance. Look at your gifts, okay? Because someone's very imbalanced when it comes to money, all right? They're blocked at the heart. The heart is too heavy to be an angel. And the mind is too obsessed with money. Do you understand? So now he was looking at the King of Wands. King of Wands is in his insight when it comes to the Six of Free, because I saw 6, sorry. There's an insight, maybe into an earth angels. You look at moderation, look at balance, okay, look at security, securing one's emotions, walking away from people, things in place that don't serve your highest good, because someone's gone into the energy of maybe using their intuition for the dream to come true. So this is not, now we're looking at material abundance, good health, good wealth, because it comes from the energy of self-love. All right. So someone's putting a lot of self-love into themselves. All right. So now we have the insight of the actions, the energy, the intentions, okay, of our ships coming through. Maybe coming from romance or a sweetheart. Take it as it resonates. Now we're into the six of wands. We're looking at victory. We're looking at rewards. We're looking at recognition. Someone's in the energy of good news. All right. Because now we're looking at the success. Okay, because someone doesn't want to suck to see the vitamin D no more for inheritance. Because you're just creating your own stuck energy, man. You got to do things properly by the spiritual book. Okay, so now we're looking at a spiritual romantic journey. Okay, someone's having a spiritual conversation. All right, because there's some things you can't say on earth. You have to do healing within. Okay, so now someone's balancing. Looking at two earth angels. So we have an insight into maybe a Taurus person when it comes to unrequited love or an institution, or someone has an insight into using their highest self, or has an insight into the divine masculine, okay, having the wisdom and the knowledge about spirituality. What's above is below, or you're looking at a guru, okay, or a spiritual teacher when it comes to leaving a legacy on their pathway. All right, so we're looking at material abundance. All right, we're looking at being spiritually guided by our ancestors, all right, to help us to create our seeds, because what's above is below. So someone's leaving a legacy, maybe a 10 of Pentacles. All right, someone looking at retirement, inheritance. Maybe somebody was stuck in a romance with a Taurus person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. When it comes to manipulation, tricks, somebody was lying, stealing, cheating, acting like a friend, but it's been illuminated. So now we're looking at regrets. Someone's looking at a 4 of Cups when it comes to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So they're manifesting healing, or they're manifesting a Aquarius person. All right. So now we're looking at, or manifesting healing, hope, to manifest from an open heart, from purity. Because remember, the heart is the seat of the soul. What's above is below. So now someone's saying what's above is below, but I'm in regret because I had a special gift from my ancestors and I wasn't using my intuition, or I was focused on a third-party person, maybe a water sign person, or a Taurus, Capricorn person, or a Gemini person. So now someone's legacy is stuck. Do you understand? When it comes to manifestation, is more manipulation, all right, for the nation, for the slag nations, for entrapments, trap star. So now we're looking at healing or hope, to heal the regret. And you can use your intuition. You've been guided by your spiritual guides to take all your regrets, right, and change them into greats. Don't focus on life issues too much. Yes, focus on it, but use outside signs like synchronicities. If you see 222, just don't say, oh, I saw 222 today. What does 222 mean? Master builder. Okay, what are you building? Are you actually taking action? Or are you stuck watching other people take the action for you through romance, unrequited love? Now, that's when you're making yourself stuck. So now you're looking at victimization now. Someone's got to go and heal. Maybe a Scorpio person or a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn person. Maybe 2 stars, maybe, in regret. When it comes to hope, when it comes to inspiration. Because now we're looking at the 4 of Cups, looking at loss. Maybe someone lost their inheritance and it's been stuck. And they're in regret, feeling abandoned, unloved. Yeah, because someone's lying, stealing, cheating, acting like a friend. Being very deceptive. So you got to walk away, maybe from a King of Cups or from an Aquarius person. You got to walk away, man. You got to look at the soul of the self, do some self-analyzation, give yourself some time. Because wherever you are, they're not your friends. Maybe they've been there 8 years, maybe. Or maybe 7 years. 7 years, 8 months. Take it as it resonates. It's not it. Got to walk away. Someone's got the passion, but someone's trying to get away with it by bringing stagnations, obstacles, delays. But one more mishap doesn't really matter. It's coming out anyway. Yeah, maybe it was about a house or stability, or maybe someone wants to come for a reunion, or someone's lying about twin flame connection. But someone's leaving someone's home though. Use your intuition, collective. You know, it's about balance. You know, you've got to be there for yourself as much as you're there for everybody else. If you're no good for yourself, you're no good for anyone, collective, you know. Press like, subscribe if you agree. So now someone regrets maybe a King of Cups, a manipulator maybe. That's a grand reaper, very manipulative. Probably got a split personality. Maybe someone regrets listening to advice from the King of Cups. Could be a spiritual person or a religious leader, or just someone just fucking manipulative. Someone in your memory that you remember, someone familiar. Maybe he's just got too many lovers, too many player. Because now we're looking at the Four of Pentacles. Greed. Someone has a different perspective back King of Cups. Too damn greedy. Too damn greedy. Now he's sulking. He's going to heal himself. Maybe he's sulking about Aquarius person on their pathway to success. Because they came out of entrapment. And he's upset. He's in regret. Why? Because they came out. So they're not stupid. Use your intuition, collective. Don't let no one take your power away. Power to the people. Go into your intuition. Write your dreams down. Someone look at their options. Someone doesn't have... Someone hasn't... They just can't commit, man. They bring confusions, delusions, you name it. Maybe to a friend, so they got different perspective. They've gone within. Pay attention, okay, to your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams, all right? And pay attention to outside of yourself as well, all right? To make you come out of this confusion so that you can balance yourself, and then you can allow your angels to help you, the earth angel, to get you out of any confusions. Any man that's got you in multiple love situations. No. You're making me imbalance. I'm sorry. I'm going to mold my happiness. Just have that strength to do that. So someone's got the insight, maybe into an earth angel. Someone's got their options when it comes to someone familiar, or maybe when it comes to soulmate, or someone's dreaming about soulmate. And they've got a different perspective. So they're both speaking to each other. They're both speaking, having a spiritual, romantic conversation. So now they're leading from the heart, because the heart is the seat of the soul. But you have to allow the heart to do it with the soul. You can't force the horse into an entrapment when it comes to love. You've got to be truthful. So the foundation of maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person is God. You have to trust God. Have faith in God. Look at the word good. G-O-O-D. What do you have? Extra O. Take it out. What do you have? G-O-D. God. Just be good. When you're good, you're guided by God. You're protected from outside forces. Use your intuition so you can be guided. Now we're looking at the divine masculine. Maybe taking a leap of faith, a Leo person. Maybe looking at balancing. Maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person made that decision. Got the truth, the clarity, information, the plans into success. Maybe someone took a leap of faith. And they just keep talking to a soulmate. They just keep talking. This is why they're in this energy of thinking about stagnation. So now we're in spiritual judgment. Do you understand? About romance. So now our spiritual guides have now come in, because why? They've got the report forms from the earth angels to make a decision when it comes to judgment in the spiritual world. So now we have the divine masculine. Maybe a King of Wands, an earth angel, looking at maybe a job rise, promotion, investments, new income. But you have to use your intuition, okay? Go by faith, okay, in God, not by sight. Go by faith in your intuition, your psychic gifts, with no baggage, no expectations, because someone's illuminated and they've gone within. And now we're into me. I'm tapped in. Do you understand? Right? And I'm guided by the angels, the earth angels, out of maybe a delay, or somebody had divided loyalty. Take it as it resonates. But when you've got a decision to make, maybe about a judgment, all right? Maybe you're going into a decision about a promotion or a job, or maybe offering a ring. When you've got decisions like that when it comes to romance and business, use your intuition. You've got to use your higher self, all right? So you don't put yourself in regrets or any stuck situations. And then you have to go be finding a lawyer on your pathway. Do you understand? And all it was is hope, inspiration. Do you know what I mean? Go by your intuition. So now look at the wounded warrior, maybe a Sagittarius person, all right? Maybe looking into a situation. It's into me, I seek, all right? Maybe being direct. By being the divine masculine, being direct maybe to Aquarius person. If you don't be direct to an air sign person, you're wasting your time, all right? Maybe someone has to learn from their past mistakes. So now looking at philosophy or we're looking at religious clashes, but someone wants to be very outspoken. Maybe someone was in your energy, maybe a Sagittarius person was exaggerating about maybe being a spiritual teacher, being religious, whatever it was exaggerated, it was very irresponsible, because now someone's in spiritual judgment. It's judgment day. So now looking at philosophy, or maybe someone feels very restless, okay? When it comes to unrequited love, being stuck in regret, or having a spiritual romantic journey that's stuck, and now it's regret, loss, because someone's losing money, inheritance. So now someone has an insight, maybe Aries person, when it comes to being active, ambitious, maybe happy, all right, using the right actions, energy, and intentions by using the highest self. But someone realized they were around someone that was stuck, too headstrong, impatient, pride people. So maybe someone's exploring, a lawyer, about an entrapment, maybe a leader, okay? Because now we're leading a way out of entrapment, using the intuition to create, okay? So now someone's walked away from people, things, and places because people think people were naive. But when it comes to the eve of the evening, do you understand, of bringing in foolery, they were naive. Because why? They're not self-assured. So now someone is very upset in regret. Maybe a lover, a Gemini person, lover in regret, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, or a King of Cups. Too fucking jealous, impatient, pride people, quick-tempered, pride people. You need to manage your damn emotions, man. Unstable people, having a come to Jesus moment. Someone's very determined though, because now you're looking at industrious people. And you're looking at the power of moving out of a stuck situation, learning from this dark situation, maybe 10 years of darkness, with maybe a Capricorn person, a Cancer person, a Taurus person, Scorpio person, take it as it resonates, or a Taurus person. Now someone's going to hope, right? Using intuition, coming out of a stuck situation, going towards the legacy, all right? We don't want no one's leg for them to see. No vitamin D for no success. Sucking for success. Looking at vitamin Ds like they're dunce. Get up, collective. Could be a Gemini masculine person, or Aquarius person, or Aquarius female person, or someone just in love. You have to get up, man. Use your intuition. You're more ambitious than this. Don't let people take your power away. So someone's thinking, maybe a Gemini person, about a con. Maybe someone's gossiping about it, being more flexible with their words, with their truth, to bring transformation. Because air signs, they need stimulation, you know, to bring in that ambition, to be like the King of Wands, creative, dramatic. You can't be relying on people. Air signs cannot rely on people. That's your first downfall. So then you think about Queen of Swords, very balanced person, very balanced, King and Queen of Swords, the lioness, you know, that's planting their foundation at home. But now they're looking at a soulmate, maybe a runner, or maybe someone lying, stealing, cheating. You got to walk away from the devil, man. It's a burden when it comes to your success. Someone's doing a Wheel of Fortune when it comes to a Two of Cups, when it comes to romance. But now we're looking at maybe healing. Maybe somebody was given a star, a Taurus star, money for their pathway, for success, hope, inspiration, a King of Cups. Maybe King of Cups was helping buying vehicles and stuff. Because now they're stuck when it comes to inheritance, in regret with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, too much donations. Now someone is manifesting, maybe money or inheritance, or maybe putting away the old and focus on the new. But someone's buying money anyway. So now you're looking at maybe someone's in love with a Queen of Swords. Maybe somebody wants to invest in a Queen of Swords. Aquarius person, a soul having a human experience, has the willpower for self-control, self-discipline, especially when it comes to donations. But what you sow is what you reap, though. What you sow is what you reap. Seven of Pentacles. What you sow is what you reap. Maybe someone trying to kill their finances. So they moved into an entrapment, now they're in regret, with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, or a Gemini person. Because all they want is fame and money. Fame and money. So you got to walk away. Maybe a Gemini person has got to walk away. Maybe from a Sagittarius person, or a Gemini person, or Taurus person. Take it as it resonates. Because now there's lots of messages going around. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is speed, action, quick changes. Someone's nervous about news arriving. So now they're looking at options. They're very familiar about someone. So they've got to walk away, maybe from a King of Cups. Too many choices, too much confusions, not committed, too many lovers. Too many lovers. So now maybe a Gemini person, think about a Sagittarius person, into me I seek. Maybe being very direct, because I'm being exaggerating, being very irresponsible when it comes to goals, self-expression, or forcing a friend. Someone needs to be honest and loyal. So now maybe someone's exploring a lawyer or a priest. That's what they're thinking about, taking a leap of faith. Look at their options when it comes to a lawyer maybe, or a priest. But now they're looking at balancing with the Empress, an air sign person, a Libra person, or a Gemini person. So now we're looking at the Empress, a divine feminine. Someone's thinking about a Libra person, Aquarius person, a Queen of Swords. When it comes to stagnations, when it comes to offering of maybe a promotion, investment, it was realigned somewhere else. Maybe for a Taurus person in requited love. When it comes to insight, someone has an insight into a sweetheart maybe. Or maybe someone has an insight into a Cancer person. Someone feels stuck when it comes to regret, losses. Because now we're looking at situations. Someone probably exploring a lawyer maybe. But now looking at King of Swords maybe. In a decision when it comes to the Empress. Someone's thinking anyway. Heavy thoughts. Someone's in their thoughts maybe about money. A decision to make a new offer. Someone taking a leap of faith using their intuition. Away from stagnation. Maybe someone wants a truce. Or maybe someone's made an obstacle, delay. Had a decision between two. Maybe a Taurus person. Or a Libra person. But King of Wands is looking at maybe a Taurus person. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Or a Cancer person walking away. It's the devil. They said the Taurus person is the devil. They got that insight. So they're trying to balance their emotions. They're working on that. Yeah, when we tell you, Queen of Pentacles, they say it's the devil. There you go. And they're wounded. Yeah, in regret. Someone could be single, stuck, in hope, healing, thinking about Aquarius person when it comes to give and receive, difficulties, coming away from difficulty. Now, Queen of Wands, Higher Priestess, working. King of Wands sees the Aquarius person as the King and Queen of Wands. That's what they're thinking, is it? Well, they can think. Let's see how your thinking is going to change your feet. Wish fulfillment. Use your intuition, collective. All right? All right? Use your intuition. The divine masculine is coming with bold talking. Maybe to the Empress. An air sign person again. All right? Use your intuition. Okay, your ancestors. Okay, and your earth angels are helping you prepare, all right, behind you. So sometimes you cannot see. It comes with a feeling. So use your intuition. Like when you walk into a room, if you don't feel right, don't hesitate. Leave. That is your soul nodding. How do I feel? It's a feeling, all right, intuition. Because into me, I feel. Because into me, I know. Because into me, I know thyself, all right? So into me, I know myself, okay? Because into me, I feel the Queen of Cups. Maybe this Gemini masculine or the King of Wands is being very bold, going very towards, sees a challenge, an obstacle, getting rid of a Taurus person, maybe. So now we're looking at soulmates with the feelings. King of Swords, man. Me and you's gonna fall out soon, you know. He's looking at reliability, insight into romance, maybe being blunt talking, maybe about a Taurus person, taking that leap of faith, too many lovers, maybe a King of Cups, a Leo person, a Gemini person, Aries person. So now this King of Swords being maybe very blunt about it, or maybe being very blunt about sweetheart. Making that judgment, that decision, maybe about Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is never too far from God, man. God is always there. Because he got a purpose. God said, I got a purpose, I rely on you. I've got your back. And you're going to have victory. You're going to have victory. Maybe with a Leo person, when it comes to Wheel of Fortune. In a Two of Cups with a Leo person that's in a burden, lying or running. With a friend or someone familiar. Oh yeah, in your house, are you? Trying to plant someone's foundation on a Someone's going forward to a romantic journey. Someone's walking away from maybe a Taurus person, using their intuition, look at the love of self. Someone's looking at maybe a stagnation when it comes to secrets or affair. When it comes to maybe a Queen of Cups, being promiscuous, they're in conflict, maybe about money, trying to hold on to their success, but they're heartbroken, that's the truth. Someone's going for a painful ending on their pathway. When it comes to sparkling ideas, King of Pentacles, looking at Ace of Wands. He's working, maybe on a hidden feeling when it comes to Queen of Wands, difficulty, want to go away. Too difficult when it comes to equal give and take. Someone's thinking about hope, inspiration, maybe thinking about Aquarius person that's stuck, single. Maybe someone regrets turning their back away from an air sign person and looked at Queen of Pentacles. Now someone, Sagittarius person, is looking at the Queen of Pentacles. They feel wounded. They want to walk away. Again, the devil. I'm going to tell you. Genevieve not just the devil, you know. She's a true, live, vindictive, horrible. If you're dealing with a businesswoman or a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo person, evil, bruv. Evil entity, evil Eve in the evening, likes to play with the devil, with the dead walking people of the eves, of the evils in the evenings. So they got to walk away because somebody loves the devil. So someone's very angry with the King of Wands for walking away. Why? Because she was in entrapment and she's not working her way, you know, the waves of her waves while she cut her hair. To bring the waves of the energy back to her, to say, look at me, I'm Verena, come back. No, we know you're Genevieve, the fucking devil, babe. Yep, so King of Wands is turning his back, maybe, looking at working, manifestation, going within, seeing the truth, maybe defending himself, but he's up worried about this, maybe this. I'm telling you, man, she was looking for unalivement. This lover was looking for unalivement for money. And I'm not taking it back. Tell Genevieve to fucking sue me. I don't give a shit. I saw what I saw. Now, we're looking at ending a worry, maybe when it comes to legacy, with a lover, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Because why? The Emperor wants to come in reunion because he's got to fight with Aquarius person when it comes to happily ever after. Oh, yeah. It's going to be quite a shock for a Leo person, isn't it, my lovely? It is. Okay, so now we're looking at happiness, are we? So now we look at the Queen of Cups. She's probably turning her back to the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is probably trapped in his mind about moving forward away from regret. Because he wants to go to the pathway to a Queen of Cups or a sweetheart that he's probably got insight about. Or this could be the Emperor. Okay. The Divine Masculine in his truth, thinking about his sweetheart and coming in reliable. Somebody is in regret about a Queen of Pentacles. Someone's moving into spiritual prison, earth prison, or mental prison. They thought they had the willpower to bring down our ancestors' stuff, and now they're in regret, loss of their own inheritance with the King of Cups. They were doing lying, stealing, cheating. They were manipulating, thought they were good tricksters when it comes to trick or treat. Halloween is their everyday situation. Because they were looking for the hope of a Aquarius person, a Taurus person when it comes to money. So now we're looking at the willpower of a King of Cups, maybe invested in someone's inspiration, hope when it comes to someone's vehicle being stuck. Now someone is getting a lawyer, oh yes, or maybe a financial advisor, okay, because now someone's been investigated or written about when it comes to journalism. Okay, because someone's looking at this insight when it comes to the truth, when it comes to God, when it comes to discernment, when it comes to taking your truth, you can do lots of transformations and make your pathway into success, hope, and inspiration. So now we're looking at the Queen of Pentacles working on manipulation, going within. Worried, are ya? Oh yeah. Manifesting. Yes, the group of people seeing within, now they're worried. Why? Because someone must defend, or she's trying to defend an ending. Oh yeah, because she wants the money from a lover. Yep, no, but someone's looked within, maybe a Gemini person, a lover of a Gemini person. Look within, wants to end it though. Too many lovers. Too many. So now we're looking at ending, maybe with a lover. The Emperor's looking happily ever after, but he's got a battle on his hand with who? A Queen of Swords. The Empress. So now we're looking at situation. Someone's a soul, have the human experience, but someone's stuck in their thoughts, in regret. King of Swords, man. You and this, go and talk to the lady. Oh, you're so annoying. You're so annoying. So annoying. You're here again. We are not going to go through this, my love. No, we're not. You're not wasting my money and my time. You know how, I think you should put your money in a rubble, burn it, sit there with some marshmallows. Because you are getting on my nerves. Maybe a Leo person looking at this sweetheart. Maybe an Aquarius person. So now we're looking at maybe being active. King of Swords. He wants the queen. He wants that lovable woman on his lap. That's what he thinks. He's doing a big head, man. He's too big. He's too strong-headed, man. He needs to be creative. He needs stimulation. Stop wasting your time. He said, I know. I'm conflicted. I want to go to the house. Well, go then. He says victory, though. He's got victory. He wants to go to a community. He will have victory. I don't think she knows. And he said, I think she knows, but I don't want her to know. It's like my masculine. Let me tell you something, you know. His soul will snitch all day long. Even the other day I had to say, he said, I got surprised. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Just keep it to yourself, man. It's not everything we must tell each other. Yeah, we want to tell each other everything, but when it's a surprise, it's kind of hard, isn't it? When you're telepathically connected to someone. How do you do surprises? When your soul just snitches all the time. I tell you, when I wake up, sometimes I tell you, Addy can get on my nerves. And let me tell you, he gets on my nerves. But, you see the soul? Listen, it matches how we met for real. But you see this sleeping thing? I see him nearly every day. He is funny. He's stubborn. But he's very creative. He's very bold. He is funny though. He knows what he's doing. He's got a very powerful soul. Very powerful. But that's why I keep telling people, and I've been writing for ages, I don't know what your entrapment is. You got to move away. Whatever you got, leave it alone. Because let me tell you something. In that spiritual world, Leo person, they won't win. The way I see that man maneuver, they can't maneuver like him. No. I put my whole life on that. None of you can. I don't care. The way he can be like, right, we can be in a dream, and he could be like, right, I got to go off and do something. Are you going to come back in half an hour? And I'd be like, okay. And then I'll go to a dream with a load of people in it. We could be talking. I'm doing my normal whatever in the dream, right? My mind will then say, it's been half an hour now. That bloody woman of soul of mine, she don't care about my flesh. No, she don't. She's, I don't care. I'm going to my masculine. And that's her gone to that same dream. And he'd be like, oh, you came back. And she goes, of course I did. And that's them two walking off. So it's as much as me and him, we're not talking. We've got our differences because he's a little boober. I'm not going to keep running him because I don't want you lot to run him, because it's all about that fermenting, man. It was all about that embodying, and Genevieve embodying his mum to manipulate for the emotion. Because you know, when you're acting, you have to study people's character. You have to study the people, what they like, what they don't like. It's a big thing, you know. And they use that to manipulate, because he was on that journey. How do I know? Because he met me. He met me. He was on that journey he was supposed to be. Why? Because he even said, I created farming through my dreams. So he knows how to do it. He just got to go back and do what he did. It's like riding a bike. Just go back on your motherfucking bike and just run over Genevieve Nadia. Do you understand? To have a great girl. Mind your blood clot business next time, because you got a long fight with Arena. Remember, walking love, talking truth. Love you guys. Bye.